Did you know that having a purpose for your children's book will always make it so much easier to promote and market your book once it's published? Hi there, I'm Eevi, an award-winning children's author and ghostwriter over on eevijones.com and the creator of Children's Book University. And in this video, I'm going to share with you what it means to have a purpose for your children's book, why it may be beneficial to have a purpose for your children's book, and I'll show you some real-world examples of children's books with a purpose. The very first thing I always ask my clients during our one-on-one sessions is this question right here. What is it that you're trying to achieve with your children's book? If you do not have an answer to this question, and if you've never asked yourself this question, it will make it so much harder to promote and market your book, no matter how much love and effort you pour into your beautiful story. So one of the biggest tips I can give is to always ask yourself, what is your message you're trying to share with little readers? What is your book's purpose? Now, before jumping in, I want to quickly explain what I mean when I say purpose in this particular context. A purpose here means your ultimate end goal you're trying to accomplish with your story. The most common answers that my readers and my clients and students share with me are these three right here. I always wanted to write a children's book, or I always wanted to share the story, or I want to make some extra money with my monthly book sales. Now, these given reasons are not what I'm referring to when I say purpose. The type of purpose I'm referring to is bigger than ourselves. It's greater than what we want to get out of writing a children's book. That is, the purpose is something that has the power to truly impact our readers' lives, not just our own. Now, you might be asking why it may be beneficial to have a purpose for your children's book. If you give your book a specific purpose, let's say it's to bring awareness to certain issues like bullying or talking about kindness or being a great friend, we instantly have a built-in audience we can approach that we already know would be interested in our book. And that's why having a specific purpose in mind can be so powerful. Because as I've already shared in my book, How to Self-Publish a Children's Book, and my free Finding Your Story Idea Masterclass, one of the challenges unique to children's books is that its main buying audience are parents and other grown-ups, not children. And so having a purpose that speaks to the parent and to certain values we want to instill in our children will always make it easier to break through the noise. So having an actual purpose will be helpful in so many ways. Number one, it will be much easier to define your target audience, your readers, right? Who is it that is going to benefit from reading your beautiful children's book? If your book is about bullying, for example, we can approach parents of kids that are being bullied. And number two, because it's much easier to define those that should know about your story, it is easier to locate them and then to market to them. And number three, the purpose of your book provides your readers with a commonality. And oftentimes, people with something in common like to group together, like within Facebook groups or any other type of group. And again, that helps greatly with locating those that would be interested in our children's book. Now, to illustrate what I mean, I wanted to share 4 wonderful examples of some of my readers and Children's Book University students. The first one is called Soap versus Germ by Didi Dragon. Now, Didi's book doesn't just have an incredibly important purpose, it is also extraordinarily timely, right? Children need to learn proper hand hygiene, especially right now, and the way we teach them will make all the difference. And so this quirky little book, the message of it sticks with kids. So it's the perfect way to teach it in school settings. And so the specific target audience, because of this purpose, could then be parents who are trying to teach their kids the importance of washing their hands, and teachers who could make this book part of their curriculum. So here it's very easy to see how the purpose of the book provides the author with an instant built-in audience that she can approach about her book immediately. The second example I would like to share is called Sam Solves Math by Kai Brandon. And so this fun and creative children's book is meant to help kids who struggle with math, especially those little ones that get easily discouraged and are quite anxious when it comes to math. And because of its very specific purpose, we instantly have a built-in audience again. They could be parents with kids that struggle with math, and math teachers or tutors and instructors who want to teach math in a fun and creative way. The third example here is Daddy's Little Helper by Chris McDuffie, an Australian author. Chris's book was written amidst the devastating bushfires that raged through many parts of Australia in 2019 and 2020. And so the author's goal was to bring Australians together during such hard times, as well as donate all proceeds raised through her book to local fire stations and to aid the wildlife impacted by these fires. So again, we instantly have an audience we can approach about this book that we know will be interested in it. For example, we have Australians in general wanting to support fellow Australians, fire stations throughout Australia, firemen and firewomen, and of course their families. And we have those invested in Australia's wildlife. So again, a beautiful example how your purpose of your book has a built-in audience. And the last example I wanted to share is Better Than a Bully by Tina Levine. The main purpose of this award-winning chapter book is to share the different perspectives that are present during most bullying cases. And so Tina's book deals with the bullies as well as bystanders. And given that this book shines a light on multiple different perspectives, we instantly have a number of very specific audiences we can approach. So, for example, we have kids, parents, and educators that are impacted by the behavior of bullies, right? We also have anti bullying groups and awareness groups, and of course, educational services that educate about this topic. So, again, these built in audiences provide such an incredible opportunity for us authors to tap into. So, building them into your book is such a great way to already think about the marketing of your book. Now, you may be asking, Eevi, I'm not sure about this. Do we always need a purpose for our children's book? And the answer is, of course not. There is, of course, still plenty of room for books that don't seem to serve a specific purpose other than to entertain. Some very popular and well known examples are books like The Wonky Donkey or any of the Dogman books or Captain Underpants, for example. With these, the authors didn't set any specific intentions other than to create a fun story and to entertain little readers. And we love these books in our house, especially my youngest son. But if you're watching this, you are no longer just a reader or consumer of children's books, right? You are also an author. And looking at this from the perspective of an author, it will always be easier to market and promote your book when it serves a specific purpose, because with a specific purpose always comes a built-in audience. I really hope you found this helpful and that this answered any questions you may have had regarding the purpose of your children's book. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. Happy creating! Bye!